Animal Crossing is a game where furry people who are animal types sort of work in a very enclosed, surreal, and if I may be bold, kind of creepy, isolated town. And your character basically is a slave for life. He's sort of an indentured servant because he wants to make his TV apple-shaped. You know, he wants to work on his furniture. It's basically your normal life, except for instead of money, it's bells, and your boss is angry. There were some innovative things done with the game, but the GameCube was not exactly a internet-compatible sensation, so the features where you could sort of visit other people's towns and things, it was a little awkward, but yeah, this game really doesn't have a place today. It's sort of a worse version of a lot of other things, like Stardew Valley and even the mobile Animal Crossing games. So, points to it for being nifty in a way. It was sort of a Harvest Moon resurgence title, but for all intents and purposes, now it is useless and boring, and I don't like when geese can talk like people. So this is War Gods. Midway of Mortal Kombat fame is beating a dead horse here. There's finishing move fatalities, but the novelty of it at this point is completely gone. The Mortal Kombat glory days are well behind us here, and the characters are dopey. They're supposed to be scary, powerful deities, but they just look like people, and they look stupid. And they're just early 3D fighting. You know, not even interesting 3D fighting. Though I like the announcer, his voice is cool, it's deep. Sort of makes me tingle in a weird, sexy way. The game is sexy. Milon's Secret Castle is a request, and I always try to do requests because people like to see the games that they requested, or else they wouldn't have requested it. I'm trying to get to the bottom of who requested this because, granted, I was going to have to play this eventually anyway, because every game ever is real serious about its methods and thorough every game ever playing. But who wanted to see this? This game sucks. It's about a little kid, and I thought it looked kind of cool and retro and all that crap. Retro? This kid sucks. I don't like this kid. The game's not very good, and starting with like 3/4 health? Why? Why have the damn health like that? Who made this? It's not good. This is not even close to a perfect game. It's got some fat on it. The vehicle sections are not amazing. I guess that's the weakest point, that and the very overly convoluted equipment system. There's not really a huge diversity in a lot of the things that the game mechanically sort of pretends there is, but all of this takes a backseat to the groundwork for an excellent space opera type story with excellent written characters. It's very imaginative, and all in all, it's a game you really can't say a whole lot of bad things about. It's a well done product.
Wow!
If I ever see Macaulay Culkin in public somewhere, I'm gonna hit him with my fucking shoe. Well, looks like we have a game here that the World Wildlife Federation did about wrestling. You can choose between Kurt Hennig and Sean Hickenbottom, and you can fight other wrestlers. It's not very good for it to be one of wrestling's most exciting events and or matches. This game is really bland and nobody likes it, and Hulk Hogan was never good at anything and is racist. He's not in this game, which is good because he is racist and attracted to his own progeny. Papers, Please is one of the most original video games I have ever played. It takes place all from the perspective of someone working on a fictional Eastern European border control point, and it pulls you in different moral choice directions that are both complicated and intriguing. It has a very, very good way of allowing you to see multiple endings, and it's amazing that Lucas Pope, the creator, essentially made this game by himself. Whenever you take away the tension of committee and art by committee, and you are left with one person, you get a very pure vision. And because this game is thematically very bare bones in its presentation, it's something that it's possible for an individual to create on their own. And the result is a very, very original game that is extremely accessible, and what it lacks in catharsis, it more than makes up for in both its humor and fresh originality.
Wow!
As you know, I have played a lot of video games, ranging in a lot of quality. Some are quality of high, some are quality of not so high. This is the only game I've ever played that the very act of playing it really upset me. I had never heard of this game before, and I checked it out, and I didn't know anything about it, and I can't begin to tell you how upsetting the experience of playing this game is. It is, thus far, the worst game I have ever played. I avoid doing games for every game ever that are homebrew or not really official, or that are obviously just tech demos. This was a released video game. The levels don't end, and I didn't know that. I found that after the fact. It has endless control scheme problems, and it doesn't make any sense. It's almost profound in that the nightmare it references in its title. This game really is a sort of nightmare. It's the only game I played ever that upset me, and so until further notice, this is without a doubt the worst video game I've ever played. This was another request. It's a very old DOS game, and it's about an ugly kid in this weird pet-freeing situation. His name's Johnny Dash. He's not good at dashing, jumping, or existing. And this game is bad, and it's ugly. And it's ugly. You know, when you think about it, Super Mario Karting, where Mario and his friends and enemies, I guess, get in go-karts and they hit each other with objects while racing. It's really the precursor to a lot of other games, like Smash Brothers, where you just say, screw it, and lump a bunch of characters that you own the rights to into funny situations, and they play soccer and things. It's fun. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. I had fun with Mario and such.